Hi, my name is Valerie, and I'm Nesta's Senior Researcher for Innovative Startups. Today, we're here to talk about startup studios and understand if they are a better model for building innovative tech businesses.
Startup studios are an emerging way of building companies that seems to be taking hold in the US and the UK and around the world. Seems to be quite different from the traditional method of focusing on just one idea. Instead, it's a method of taking time to find different ideas.
There seems to be two models developing. Firstly, the studio environment where you go in and then a company is built around the entrepreneur with the original idea but needs execution and investment and a network of people around them to build the thing. And the other start studio model, which is not, there's more than one studio, there's more than one way to skin a studio, is the other one, which is more like you create a studio in the first place with a lot of talented people, and then you engender and build out from within the products, which then spin out into their own products and companies.
I really think, kind of the product focus is so valuable. So I think it's one of the biggest pros is it's very much all around building an amazing product, involving all kinds of expertise around the table to really think about how it benefits the end user. So I think that kind of obsessive focus on product is brilliant, and whatever else your industry is, if you can have one key focus, I think that's always really important.
The benefits of startup studios are, first of all, you get a cluster, and that's quite hard to do in Europe. Being in the same place amongst other entrepreneurs is a fantastic idea.
The main benefit is that you can bring existing competence to more than one venture. You're not sort of learning for the first time every time you venture.
Benefits of startup studios are varied. It depends on the type of startup studio, but some of the common threads seem to be something around collaboration and the idea of having the same people working on ideas over and over again, sharing their knowledge over time. Also the idea of having more time to really think about the right idea, find the one that works best for the team. I think there's also something that makes them different in that the motivation is often quite different. Sometimes it's entrepreneurs who are choosing to take longer to get to their business idea in order to, I don't want to say enjoy the process, but make sure they pick the right business before jumping feet first into the new thing.
But one of the challenges, of course, is do you get stuck into a product mode, or can you build businesses out of it? Because business means you're commercializing and you're growing and you have longevity, versus if you're building a product only, then you have to figure out how to fund it for the long term.
For us, I think the bigger challenge is that it's a new model and we need a lot of capital to finance it, both to invest into the companies and to fund our infrastructure, and it's a new asset class, and so we're out evangelizing to people why it makes sense to not just to invest in the startups, but also to invest in a team of people in a co-working space to help support those startups. And so kind of getting that message home is one of our challenges.
A big challenge, I think, within some of the businesses we've talked about today is proving and measuring the effectiveness of these models in terms of developing new businesses, developing new products. It's too early at the moment to compare them to incubators. So I think there's a big case to be made for startup studios, which we just don't have enough data for yet.